Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here to tell you the Dark Pool Weekly Whispers for August 6, 2018. But before we get to this week's hot stock picks, let's go over last week. Last week we didn't have too many because we were in the midst of heavy earnings season. But we still had a fantastic week, 39% ROI in just a few days, 13 hitting those targets. So we got a lot more this week, you guys. So many whispers. Let's start with the major index ETFs. The SPY, what a move it had last week. Guess what? We closed above a massive dark pool level on Friday. $283.26. That's a 35 million dark pool level. Very, very big. So key level, going to be bullish as long as we stay above that. And my next target would be 284.50 and 285. Let's go on to the Russell. So the Russell IWM, we're going to be bullish above 168. You see these purple lines? These are my bullish above, bearish below levels, and the red lines are my targets. So going to be bullish above 168 and going to be bearish below 166. I want you to also note that my bull levels are usually above the 8 exponential moving average on the daily chart. And my bear levels are usually below the 8 EMA. The only time they're not is if I'm going for a retracement trade back to it. And you have to have a big print for that. Okay, so let's go to the QQQs. NASDAQ, very strong and powerful. Huge level. Okay, we're going to be bullish above 180. That is so key this week. And bearish below 178. And you can see I've been drawing a lot of those channel trend lines. A lot of times those are my resistance levels, my last targets up, or support levels on the bottom. So I like to combine all those things. All right, DIA. We're going to be bullish above 255. That's coming up. Now, we already hit it once. You can see right here, right? We hit it. And we pulled back. So the next time we get there, there's going to be less sellers. So that's why you just want to watch that 255. If we can break above it, especially close above it, it's going to be uber bullish. And we're going to be bearish below 252.50. I put all my targets on this picture here for you. Okay, let's move to commodities. Gold. Where's the bottom? I know everybody's asking me that. I don't know. I'm just following the prints. We keep closing below them. All right, I'm only going to get bullish when we close above them. So we had a massive print this week in the dark pool for the gold miners, GDXJ. And we had a million share print at 31.47. Okay, so we're going to be bullish above 31.80. And I'll just zoom out here a little bit so you can kind of see how I've drawn those trend lines. And I'm going to have a target of 32, 32.20, 32.50. We had a secret signal print. Yes, we did. See that big spike? 32.91. Actually, 100 shares traded there. That could be our good target if we break above these levels, okay? Follow those prints, follow those levels. I will be bearish below 31.20. And let's go to GDX because we also had some dark pool activity on GDX. We had 900,000 at 21.06. So we are above that. But we had another 500,000 print at 21.33 and we're below that. So we're in between these two big dark pool prints. So I'm going to be bullish. We have to break above both of them. 21.37 And I'm going to be bearish below $20.87. Let's go to UGLD because we did have unusual prints. I don't normally talk about U-Gold. Yeah, what is U-Gold? I know many of you probably never heard of it. It's an ETN. It's like a dirty word. It's 3 times the long gold velocity shares ETN. It moves super duper fast. It's not something you hold on to hoping it's going to come back. It's more of a day trading vehicle. It's constantly decaying and rolling down the hill. However, we had some unusual activity on it. So we had a 300,000 print, 867, a 400,000 at 838. So watch this for a short-term trade. I would be bullish above 875, 9 and 920 would be my target, and bearish below 837. Let's go to Freeport, FCX. I love Freeport. One of my favorite to trade on the prints, and we happen to have some big ones. We had a 500,000 share print at 1543. Another smaller one, 300,000 at 1582. So easy, above the ADMA, above the prints, above the major level 16. I'm going to be bullish. Going to be bearish below 1537 for Freeport. Okay, let's move to oil. Holy cow, guys. Massive prints came in this week once again on DBO. Oil is going to have a really big move soon, okay? They're not done getting into their position. Once they're done, it'll move. So we had these massive, a 6 million print at 1243. And then we had another 6 million print at 1226. Now, I'm going to be bearish below 12. Let me just move this slightly. Yeah. If we break below, look at this trend line. I have a very long trend line. It goes all the way back to from February where we started to buy oil off those massive prints on DBO. This is such a key trend line. If this is selling, we should break down and close below that. Okay, so keep your eye on that. Gonna be bullish. If we could break above 1226, we may go up and test that print and pull back. And my target would be 1250. Obviously, I'm going to be uber bullish, you guys, on oil. If we could break above this first red line here, then there's much bigger trades. Oil's going to have a big, big move up. So this is really key. This is really the levels that I'm watching. I know a big move is going to come. Just be patient. Okay, it's the hardest thing, I think, about trading. Patience. Sometimes we have to wait a few hours, and sometimes we have to wait a few days, and sometimes a couple of weeks. Not always, though, but sometimes. Now, guess what also had some massive volume coming in? Natural gas. U-Gas. There's another one of those. Oh, boy. Dirty, 3 times the long. ETNs. They move really fast, but massive prints came in. We had a 500,000 at 61.42. I'm sorry, 52. Very, very big. So I am going to be bullish above 62 for you guys. And my target's going to be 64. I'm going to be bearish below 60. Let me just zoom in so I can just show you. This is a high volume doji. See that? Okay, 6 cents between the open and the close. Yeah, that's pretty doji. High volume. If we close above 62.08, actually, I'm going to put 62.08. Yeah, if we close above that in the next day or two, this is going to be very, very bullish. If we close below the low of this doji, which is 60.38, I'm going to take it a little bit further and just use the level 60. Very bearish. Okay, so watch natural gas. Now you can trade slower vehicles like UNG. Go for it. I like UNG. Yeah, 23.50 would be my level. And 23.25. In fact, I'm going to put that here. UNG bullish above 23.50 and bearish below 23.25. All right. It's slower. Okay, but watch that you guys. Let's go to USO. All right, I've been waiting very patiently for another swing on this. We're going to be bullish above 1460. Okay, and I'm going to be bearish below 14. We did have massive prints last week at 1434, and it really hasn't moved yet. No big prints this week, but I'm patiently waiting for it to break out or break down. But guess what? We had big prints on XOG. Unusual, we have them every once in a while. We had a 500,000 print at 1525 to 1527. Just fix that. Yeah, in that area. So I'm going to be bullish above 1550, bearish below 15 for XOG. Ooh, Schlumberger. Oops, SLB. Yeah, we had unusual activity on this guy. Let me just show you the chart. Yeah, we're definitely in the wedge. It's getting tighter. You can see there's not much room to go here for Schlumberger. You got to make up your mind, all right? Is it going to break to the upside or break down? And we just so happen to have some dark pool activity on Friday. 250,000 shares printed at 65.73. So how are we going to trade this? Well, we're going to be bullish above 67. I'd like a break above the wedge, above the prints. And I'm going to be bearish below 65.50. So you can see, and it probably will move a lot more than these targets, but those are the first ones. Now, being that we already hit 65 once already, yeah, there's definitely opportunity to go a lot lower if we do start to break down. And let's see what else we got. That's it for oil. Let's move on to the bank stocks. Yeah, so these have been amazing. We had a little bit of a pullback this week. But they look like they might be ready to rock and roll again, guys. We had some massive dark pool activity on XLF. 4 million at 28.20. Another 4.5 million at 28. And we closed above, as you can see, 28.12. Now, I'd really like it to break above this trend line here. Okay, if we do that, we could have a parabolic move to the upside. So I'm going to be bullish above 28.25. However, let's just say it's selling. I like to be prepared always on both sides. I'm going to be bearish below 27.87. Let's go to Morgan Stanley. We had an unusual print this week. Yeah, showing some weakness there. The print was at $50.50. I'm sorry, the print was at $50.39. 750,000 share print. Let me just zoom in here for you. Okay, we closed at $49.91. So I'm going to be bearish below $49.50. Yeah, I really wanted to break down below this trend line, below this level. Then I know that it's going to go down further. However, if it's smart money buying, I'd like it to break above the print and above the next level, 50.50. And then there's room to go to the top. See this? There's room to go to the top of this trend line. And that would be my first target. So I'm bullish there and I'm bearish here. But again, if it can break above there, wow, we have a lot more room to go. But these are the next trade setups off that print to watch this week. All right, let's go to KRE, regional banking. We had a big dark, actually two dark pool prints on it. We had a very large one, 945,000 at 62.40, and then we had a 400,000 one at 61.54. So I'm going to be bullish above 63. So here we are in a wedge once again. Okay, lots of wedges. I'm going to be bullish above 63. If we could break above that, above the print, yeah, there's a lot of room to go. We could even go to 65 easily. If it's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 62. We'll go to the bottom of the wedge, but if we break below, then 60 would be my next target. So, yeah, watch these things. This is going to be hot this week. Let's see. Oh, Wells Fargo. Let me tell you something. Don't listen to the news. Okay? Bad news for Wells Fargo this week, and it goes up. Just follow the prints. I don't even listen to that. You'll lose money every time if you trade off the news. So Wells Fargo, we had a 300,000 share print at 58.82. I'm going to be bullish above 59. 60 would be my target. That's a big level. You know, at least the first time it hits there, there's going to be computers selling. Let it pull back. That second test, 25 minutes later at least. If it can break above that, then there's room to go up much, much, much higher. Going to be bearish, though, below 58. Okay, those are my key levels. We did break out of this trend, of this channel, I should say. And then we retested it. That's a very popular pattern, right? So when we break out, like we broke out here, we bumped up, then we came back, retested it, and then moving up higher again. Very popular pattern. Oh, Citibank. We had a very large print right at the end of the day on Friday. $1,072.36. So is it buying? Is it selling? I don't know. I don't really care, but I'm going to go long if it breaks above 73. And I'm going to go short if it breaks below 71.50. Okay, these are our really good trade setups. It can, look, it can go up and down, but if it can break above 73, that's going to be confirmation that's buying. And again, if it can break below 71.50, confirmation that that is smart money selling. All right, let's move on to technology. Chips, NXPI, semiconductors. Woo, this guy got hit pretty hard. But we have a very, very, very large print that came in. 1.5 million shares. That's a lot because this stock 94.45 is the print. Yeah, do the math. That's a lot of money. So I like to give those big prints on expensive stocks like this extra room. Okay, avoid that splash. I'm going to be bullish above 97.50. And, you know, my target's going to be back to the top of this channel here. That's going to be resistance at 100. Obviously, if it pulls back and then breaks above 100, wow, yeah, 102, 104 would be my next targets. But I'm not sure if it's buying. What if it's selling? Well, if it's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 94. And then we have all the way down here to the downside. So those are my two trade setups. Ooh, let's go to AMD. This has been a fantastic trading stock in my room. A lot of my traders have been trading this one. So we had some prints this week. 1862 on the bottom-ish. And we had a sell print first at 1971 up here. They pushed it, you know, the further away it gets from this 8 EMA, the black line here, the more it wants to retrace. It's a very popular pattern. We went far away from it, retrace back to it, and off to the races again. And then we retrace back to it. So in this case, I'm going to be bullish if we can break above 19. But my target is going to be 1950. Just remember, 1971 was where they were selling. If it can break above that, then 20 would be my next target. I'm going to be bearish below 18. Now, if it can't hold on to the 8 EMA, pulls back, then we can see a move down, possibly to test this gap. You see this gap right here? GAP, yeah. So a popular pattern is a pullback to the strongest level before the gap fill, which would be 17, then a pullback up again. So that would be my trade to the downside to 17. Okay, let's go to Mr. Softy, Microsoft. Ooh, what a beautiful chart. I love this in so many ways. We have this beautiful rounded bottom. You got some high volume that came in on August 2nd. A big, beautiful print, 106.48. Had a nice pop on Friday. There's still room to go up. I like it above 108 this week. I know a lot of my traders in my room are already in this. So first target is 110 and then 112 to the top of this channel. And let me just show you the channel lines. Yeah, they're really nice channel lines. I want you to be aware that they are doing a dividend on August 15th. Not this week, but next week. Whenever that payout day happens, the stock usually drops down. So get out before, okay? Hopefully this will hit all those targets. I will be bearish below 105. Okay, always have to have a level. Let's move on to ON Semiconductor. All right, ON, we had a $500,000 dark pool print at $22.05. So I'm going to be bullish above $22.50. Yeah, again, I'd like it to break above that 8 exponential moving average and a major level, and above that print we had at 22.05. If that's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 21.50. It closed really weak on Friday, so watch that because we could go all the way down to the bottom of this channel, and we could bounce and then go down here to 20. All right, so watch that pattern. Stocks love to trade in channels, so that would be the bottom. That's why you'll see me drawing so many of those lines. Let's go to NFLX. Netflix. Totally, oh boy, did not have a couple good weeks, Netflix. Yeah, it's been getting killed. But guess what? Massive dark pool print. We don't ever see a 1 million print. 1.2 million to be exact. At $342.87. That's 7/8. The market is still trading in fractions. I am going to be bullish above 3. If that's buying, let me zoom in here for you. Yeah, if that's buying, I love it above 350. That's a major level. If we could break above that this week, we got a lot of room to go up. But if it's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 337.50. And 325 would be my target. Okay, let's go to Facebook. Yeah, a lot of my traders were rocking this one on the short side, and then on the long side, we had these massive prints that came in this week. Oh boy, 175.58, and then we had those 175.33 prints the week before. Remember those? Yeah, so we had big prints this week. 175.58 to 65 cents, 1.7 million, and then we had another $500,000, 177.17. So we have a couple of interesting things on this chart. Oh yeah, I got to show you this. So this is really interesting. We have a gap here from the end of April. Okay, and I'll just kind of draw these lines. Yep. Here's the gap, and you know I talk about this a lot, the gap fake out. That's exactly what happened. They took it to the strongest level before the gap, and then bam, right up in your face. So don't ever just try to go filling in those gaps right away. I used to do that years ago. I learned the hard way. Yes, they took it down here, and then they lifted it up. But guess what? We have another gap, right, from the earnings. I mean, a mega big gap. Okay, I hate when we have two gaps. This is probably the hardest trade ever when you have two, because they may fake out this gap up top and then push it down again or go down again and fill it. It's a tough one. So here's the levels to watch. Okay, number one, we also have a, before I get to that, we have a bull candle and then we have a doji. So we could get a bull doji sandwich. If we gap up Monday or go above 180 and have a green candle like this, that would be a bull doji sandwich. Okay, but if we don't, if we gap down and have a red candle over here, that's actually a bearish kind of evening star candle, although they're usually at the top of the hill. But again, these are just things to look out for. 180 is such a key level. Yeah, so we could go all the way to 185 and then come all the way down. We're going to just follow the prints, okay? But like I said, whenever we have two gaps, I find that to be really tough. But as long as we stay above the prints, I'm going to be bullish, okay? Always stay on the right side. But if we break below 175, you guys, I'm going to turn bearish on Facebook. We'll most likely go down and fill that lower gap in. And let me just give you that level. That is all the way to 161.06. All right, that's where that gap fill would be. So levels to watch. I may actually put a strangle on it. I'll see. I'm going to see how it opens on Monday. All right, let's go to emerging markets. Brazil, EWZ. This has been a fantastic trade as of late. Now, we had more prints on it. 36.60 to 69, 3 million. So I see a couple of patterns here. I see a cup or a bowl, pretty big, and handle formation. You guys see that? Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, as long as we can stay above those prints. If we could break above 38, you know, this measurement actually, let's see, 31 to 36, $5 from the breakout. So 41 actually would be the cup and handle target. But of course I have 38, 50, 39, and 40 first. We'll see, but follow the prints. I love prints and patterns when they come together. So we're going to be bullish above 38. I'll be bearish if it breaks down, though, below 36. And then 35 would be my target. But, yeah, I love it. We had very big prints on VWO, Emerging Market ETF, Brazil, Russia, India, China. We had 2 million at $43.79. So I'm going to be bullish above 44, and I'm going to be bearish below 43 for that. EEM, another emerging market ETF, massive, massive prints. And we always get a lot of prints on it. So I don't pay attention, but when we get like really big prints, like we did this week, I'm going to really pay attention to it. So we had prints 12 million, 44.42 to 44.46. Yep, and we've pulled back down from those prints, okay, and to the bottom of the channel and bounced back up. We are still, let me zoom in so I can show you. Yeah, we're still below the 8 EMA. So if we pull back down and break below 43.50, look out, we're going to go to 43. But if we pull up and pull above those prints, I'm going to be bullish above 45. Those would be my target. So that's what I'm looking for. Oh, AT&T. Yeah, this has been amazing. I love this stock. I trade this all the time. If you're in my room, you know that. I love it. Love it so much. We are above, finally looks like we are above that 50 simple moving average. Now, 32.30 though, there was a seller there this week. So I'd like it to break above that. In fact, 32.50. If it can break above that, there's a nice trade to 33. However, I am in this position. I've been in this since down here. But I will add on to my position above 32.50. I may actually add on Monday if it can break above the 30 because there was a seller there. Let's go to TLT. Oh yeah, let's talk about bonds. Massive prints this week on LQD and TLT. So we had, let's start with TLT. That's definitely a faster one. We had 2 million that came in at 118.50 and 55, and you can see we closed above it, but we hit our head on that 8 exponential moving average. So I'm going to be bullish above that. Okay. But I really like the 120 level for the bigger picture, the bigger swing. Yeah, for me, that's a really big level. But there could be a trade from 119.50 to 120. But that 120, I love that V shape that happens, like when it goes down below a major level and then breaks above it with volume. Then, you know, you got a much bigger swing ahead of you. So that's really key. And I'll be bearish if it falls below the prints below 118. So if it happens to come back down again and breaks below 118, a lot of room to the downside, okay? So let's go to LQD. Yep, LQD. Really unusual prints. I mean, we get them from time to time, but we got really heavy ones this week. So I wrote them all down. 2 million between 114.94, 115.14, more 115.34 to 45, another 1.2 million, and then some more at 115.80. So really a lot between these purple lines. So I'm going to be bullish above 115.75 to 116 would be my target, 116.50 and so forth. And I'm going to be bearish below 115. Now again, it's slower. I prefer to trade TLT, but watch those levels, okay? Let's go to Flex. Holy moly, Flex. Big, gigantic prints. 9 million at 14. So it had earnings, and it obviously didn't do well. Yeah, that's a bearish candle. They brought it all the way back down, but massive prints here. Is it buying? Is it selling? Again, I don't know, but I'm going to trade it no matter which direction it goes. So I like it above 14.25, 14 and a quarter. Yeah, why do I like it above there? Well, because the ADMA is right there, and if it can close, especially on a close, I love it if it can close above all those prints, above that level. And I'm going to be bearish below 1380. I will turn bearish. And that's below that trend line. You see this trend line I drew? We touched these candles. Yeah, so if it breaks down, that's going to be really ugly. Let's go to Newell. That's a Brazil company, actually. I drew these trend lines because I wanted to show you that we just came down to the bottom one. And now I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so we have these big prints that came in on Newell. Actually, one very large one. 26.25, 1 million. So I'm going to be bullish. I'm giving it some room above 27. Yeah, and I love this. You know, if it can break above 27, it's most likely going to go back to the top of this channel. But of course, there'll be resistance before that 27.50. Oh, 28.50. Wherever this 200 moving average is, yeah, you want to get out just before that. And then if it can break above that, then your next target would be the top of this channel trend line. Okay, and I'll be bearish below 26. If it is selling and we break below the bottom of this trend line, look out down to 25 most likely. So let's go to KMI. Yeah, KMI, not looking pretty. KMI, let me just show you so you can see the bigger picture. Yeah, so, you know, look, we have these channels. You got the A channel, you got the B channel, and you got the C channel. All right, so We broke below the B channel into A. We really need to break back above A, above 18 for me to be bullish on this. We had 3.7 million prints coming in between 1763, 1775. I am going to be very bearish. It looks more bearish right now, okay? Below 1750 to the bottom of the A channel. But again, I'm always prepared both directions. These are really big levels. Don't front run them. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, ST Microelectronics, STM. We had some really nice prints on this. A lot, actually. 2164 to 2186. A lot, but in a small little period of price. So 20 cents pretty much, but a lot of volume there. So what is it going to do? Is it smart money buying, selling? Again, I don't know. I'm going to be bullish above 2220. 2250 my first target, 2350. Going to be bearish below 2150. If it breaks down, it's a triple test of this level. If it cannot hold it, look out below. Let's go to love. I love this. Yeah, we don't usually get prints on love, but we did. We got one on Friday. 500,000 at 57.25. So I'm going to be bullish above 57.50 and bearish below 57. We're kind of in this, it looks like a bull flag wedge, right? We have the flagpole and then we have this bull flag, which can go on for a little while or not. Obviously, if we break above that, that's going to be a nice trade to 60. But I've mapped out the trades closest above and below. Ooh, we had one on Alcoa also this week. Unusual. Got killed and clobbered, okay? The print was 400,000 at 42.50. So I'm going to be bullish above 43.75 and I'm going to be bearish below 42. Prepared on both sides of this trade. And next we have CSX. We had two big dark pool prints, 70.70 and 70.82. And it's a really bullish chart. Closed really strong. Going to be bullish above 71.25 and only bearish below 70. Last but certainly not least is eBay. Yeah, eBay had a really nice dark pool print at 33.45. So I'm going to be bullish above 34. And you see there's a gap in the chart here, so I'm going for that gap. Maybe fill. You see, this could have been the gap fake out that pulled it up here to 35, right? And then they pulled it back. So we do have 35, 35.50, but possibly all the way to the top or a gap fill. So watch eBay. All right, you guys, that's it. Now, I don't expect you to take all these trades. Pick what you like, your favorites. Put alerts in. Take some time on Sunday. That's why I try to get this out early. If you're in my trading room, you'll see me trade my favorites. You'll see my traders in my room trade their favorites. I try to get as many as I can. But again, obviously, I'm one person. But they're all really high probability trade setups using the dark pool, using levels, and using the trend. So until next time, happy trading. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.